Welcome back to Dad Deals. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 food items at Sam's Club that you should be buying in July 2024. Some of these are new items and some of them have been around for a while, but I just got a chance to try them. So stay tuned. I'll let you know how they cooked up, what the cooking process was like, and then share my final taste test ratings. So without further ado, let's get started. First up is a new item over at Sam's Club. These are frozen Smashburger Patties. You get 20 patties for basically $20, $19.50 to be exact. So roughly $1 a patty. I was intrigued by these. I usually do smash burgers just with fresh ground beef on my Blackstone. So I was really curious how these would cook straight from frozen and to see if it was any easier or faster to cook up. A key element to these smash burgers is you want it to have a lot of grease and be really juicy. So I was curious to see with these being frozen if they would be able to produce as many juices as fresh ground beef. So before we get started, let's take a look at the box. These are made with 100% pure beef. They have 20 grams of protein per serving, and they claim to be a premium blend steakhouse burger. Each serving size is 1 patty, so that makes sense there. And they have 260 calories per serving. So out of the box, you can see these are pretty thin patties, which is kind of what you want with a smash burger. Usually you're going to double up your patties and make a double burger. So let's throw these on the Blackstone and see how they cook up. One thing I always like to sprinkle on my burgers when I cook them up is this Weber Gourmet Burger Seasoning. This is also sold at Sam's, and it's just a really solid seasoning blend for burgers. So as you can see, cooking these look really good. They have a lot of juices coming out of them, and they really cooked up quick, just maybe about 5 or 10 minutes. If you're cooking on the Blackstone, make sure you also toast the buns over to the side on low. So let's put some cheese on these and double stack them. And I have to say that these were delicious. They were really juicy, really captured that smash burger taste that really surprised me. These didn't require any burger press and really just required taking them right out of the freezer and throwing them on the griddle. So I will definitely be buying these again. $20 is a little high for this box of 20 patties. I think if you find them on sale at around $15, that would kind of be the sweet spot for these. But these definitely get a thumbs up and recommendation from me. Next up is this Members Mark mild fully cooked beef barbacoa. This is $16. And comes with 26 ounces of that barbacoa. Probably the only other place I get this from is Chipotle, so I'm really curious on how it's going to measure up to that. That's really my only other experience getting this. And I've always wanted to do tacos on the griddle, so let's see how easy this is to cook up. The reviews on this are pretty mixed. Some people saying it is very salty, and others saying that it is super hot, that the claim of being just mild is totally wrong, that this is super spicy. So I'm definitely interested in testing that out. Let's look at the back. The serving size is 5 ounces and there's 5 servings per container. It's 330 calories per serving and has 22 grams of protein per serving. So this comes in a vacuum sealed bag, sort of like a marinating bag where the beef is just soaking up those juices. So one mistake I made with this is I just poured the whole bag with the meat and all the juices onto my Blackstone. And this immediately caused all those juices to sizzle up. So I just scraped it all into my grease tray. I think the better option here is to drain those juices before you throw it on the grill. So right off the bat, I kind of had low expectations for this. I wasn't sure how this was going to cook up. The method that I used was to sear it on all the sides and then use my dome with a little water squirted in to create some steam to really cook this up. And that seemed to work really, really well. You can see after about 8 to 10 minutes, the meat just started to fall apart on the griddle. And that's exactly what you want. I also threw some tortillas and used this handy taco holder from Blackstone that worked really well and kind of make up some tacos. I did do a heavy dose of this. I think you could stretch this to maybe about double the tacos that I made, but this was really good. I definitely think it was mild. I didn't find this to be spicy really much at all. And I wonder in those comments is if those people are cooking them in these juices that come in the bag, maybe in the microwave, something like that. I could see that that maybe can infuse it with more heat and make it more salty. But if you're doing it on the grill like this, I really didn't find it to be that spicy or salty at all. I could also see this being awesome on some nachos, so I definitely recommend this for your next Taco Tuesday. My next food item at Sam's Club that I recommend are the Just Bare lightly breaded chicken breast original bites. These come in 3-pound bags, and these are almost identical to Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. And I would know, I actually used to work at Chick-fil-A back in college, and these are the closest things I've ever seen to them. So if you or your kids are a fan of Chick-fil-A, definitely check these out. That 3-pound bag is going to cost you $13.50. The serving size on these is 3 ounces with 16 servings per container. You get 160 calories in there and 16 grams of protein per serving. These also have no artificial ingredients or preservatives, no added hormones or steroids. no antibiotics ever, and they're hatched, raised, and harvested with chickens in the USA. So these work best cooked in an air fryer. My kids are super picky eaters, and even they claim that they really can't tell the difference between these and Chick-fil-A nuggets, especially if you get some Chick-fil-A sauce like this Polynesian sauce that I have. One other trick with these from a former Chick-fil-A employee is that you can get these Sister Schubert Parker House style yeast rolls and stick the nuggets inside them and make your own chicken minis at home. Just make sure you put some honey butter on top, and they will be almost a perfect dupe to the Chick-fil-A version. Another frozen chicken bite that's pretty good are these home-style boneless chicken bites from Members Mark. Here you're getting a 4-pound bag for about $14. These are most similar to boneless buffalo wings, and these are also 3 ounces per serving size. They have 21 servings per bag. It's 160 calories per serving and 13 grams of protein. These are also served best in an air fryer, and you can toss these in your favorite sauce, and they're really good. My last item to check out at Sam's Club, they've had this for a long time, but I gotta give it a shout out, is this Palmetto cheese. You can get the 24-ounce containers over at Sam's. You can get it in original or the one with jalapenos to give it a little spice. But if you haven't tried this yet, do yourself a favor and grab a jar. These are great on Wheat Thins, Triscuits, any other crackers that you have. I love them to put on a burger. You can take these to the beach as a nice cheese dip. And that 24-ounce jar is just $7. That's it. Those are my top picks for this month in the food category over at Sam's Club. I normally do tool reviews, but let me know what you think about these food recommendation videos. As always, please like the video if you found it helpful, subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you next time on Dad Deals.